Hello. Hello, everybody. Jeez. Well, we're back. We're back.
Half a foot of rain.
Half a foot of rain. That's a lot of rain.
That's a lot of Shamigo Shamago. Huckleberry
Hoss-
Incorporated.
It's not Hockenberry, dude.
Well, whatever. Vampires. Yeah.
Doodle doodle doo doo.
Let's go there. No, I'm doing human vampires. Human vampire. Whoops, spelled it wrong. Got a little excited.
2 minutes. 2 minutos.
Oh, throwing out some El Spaniol, huh?
El Spanish. El Spanisho? No, that's not what I was thinking.
El Spaniolcio. Write a post into a group.
Oh, let's
Change the
see.
name of the group. Paste. Boom. Now what? What's up, everybody? Okay, that was me. Do this here and home and channel. U.S. government anti-gravity fleet and real-life vampires? And channel. Oh, that's going to be good. I have a feeling.
Did you send me that link?
I think I did. Hello, Ms. Dixie. Yo, Linda. KC, what's going on with Jamie? Jamie, did you get that figured out, girl?
1 minute.
Spirit box. What's up, Sean Bowden? We can do it our way. Make all your dreams. Is this all the way up?
What?
This?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the program. Because, like, news people have to turn their head when they talk.
That's right.
You know, because it shows a mysterious look.
All right, here we go.
The most important qualities that I was looking for was a publisher who was honest and no hidden costs or fees.
Oh, that was cool. My face morphed into my
Hi,
face.
Mary. She says, yeah, but I haven't. Oh, you better get going. Don't be listening to people on the show.
Let's do it.
Oh, your face morphed into my face?
No, it morphed into my face because I want
That
this
is
song.
cool. Let's try that again.
No, here we go.
Do it over.
978-4812. 800-978-4812. That's 800-978-4812. Journey into the matrix of the mind. Stretch your imagination and challenge reality. Abnormal realities are beacons for the imagination. What society deems abnormal may be more real than we think. This is Abnormal Realities with your hosts, Ron Phillips and Rocky Stucci.
It's a little Shamigo Shamago night.
Oh, my
Hawkendare
God.
Incorporated, because we're going to do it right here. Abnormal Realities, and I'm doing
He's
the...
been playing with the whole Laverne and Shirley theme song all night.
I've always...
Shamigle, Shamagle,
Hawkendare Incorporated.
Hockenberry.
We're going to do it! Dude, I feel that, though. I mean, there's something about... I got chills right now. Just take it in. Just take it in.
What are you-
Happy
what are
Monday,
you
brother.
taking in?
I'm
Happy
thinking
Monday to you.
I'm thinking of Shirley.
Oh, Laverne and Shirley.
Which one? Laverne or Shirley?
No, Shirley, because definitely not Laverne.
Why?
I didn't like Penny Marshall. I just never
Why?
did.
Are you judging her for some reason?
No, I just didn't like her.
Just not your thing?
No, not my thing.
You afraid she's going to leave some
Not my
teeth
thing.
marks?
Happy Monday. You're welcome.
My man. What's
Sorry
going on,
about
brother?
Friday, folks. Man, thanks for bearing with us.
You all right, bro?
Yeah, I see. The thing is I wrote that for us, and I didn't mean to make it
wasn't
sound
gonna
like
say
it was
nothing.
coming from you. Well, no, you did say something to me on Saturday when I saw you.
Well, I was giving it crap, but you did make it... No,
But I didn't mean to make it sound like it come from you. I always write in the third person when we're writing on our pages.
I don't.
I know. See, I guess I need to stop doing that. I need to stop doing
Just
that.
be like,
that was
hey.
it was like if we had, you got to give that impression that sometimes, you're doing well enough that you have social media people working for you.
Keep doing that. Keep doing that again. Double, keep doing that.
That's why
like
I
that
did.
idea.
That's why I do it that way. I don't know. Sometimes I do it. Sometimes I don't. But anyhow, yeah, I didn't feel well on Friday, and I apologize. But I didn't do. Brad wasn't feeling well either on the morning show that I'm on, and so we didn't do that, and then we didn't do the show on Friday night. But Man, we did. I had to get some rest before this thing happened on Saturday, and it went well. So
I got to tell you, so I stopped to see Ron really quick before we get into some things here.
He did.
And when I was there, dude, I got to tell you, man, you were owning that. Ron was walking up and down. He was talking to people and introducing me to people. And dude, your ass looks sexy that day. I'm just saying, I looked.
It's my ass looks good in them jeans.
Dude, it is the jeans.
Anyhow, no, that buddy of mine, Ken, that I introduced you to, longtime friend. When I was a freshman in high school, I met him, and we've been friends ever since.
He said, I friend requested. I'm like, did I accept it?
Yes, you did.
I couldn't remember.
Well, yeah.
Dude, I get some interesting people that come across my plate,
too.
and I'm just like, yeah.
Man, we got a crazy show tonight.
I can't wait.
Yeah, one of the things we're going to talk about, because we actually did a video of this, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago. I don't even remember the girl's name, but where they talked about two little boys that were talking about stuff that they had done during 9/11.
I think I just heard Bigfoot.
What?
I bet you we got that on film.
Okay. I didn't hear
on
Bigfoot.
audio.
Yeah, we probably did. Anyhow.
All right.
So we've got the children of 9/11, and it's not the children that were born to, the fallen, but it's children that remember being in the towers or thereabouts of September 11th, 2001.
But they weren't born yet.
No. Well, no, they were, but
oh, they were born.
Yeah.
Oh,
so we'll talk. Yeah, we'll talk about that.
By the way,
or maybe they weren't. No.
Yeah. By the way, so Saturday night was the last episode of Destination Fear. It wasn't their best season in the world. I'm going to be a critic.
Oh, the last one of this season, not a series
season.
Finale. They're going to do more seasons.
I hope so.
Oh yeah, okay.
The problem is that they're probably
was it the Villiscax murder house?
It was. So
was it worth a damn?
Okay,
because I haven't seen it yet.
It was weird because so here's the thing. Season 1 and 2, they were raw, right?
Yes.
But you start growing, it starts changing you, and you start developing differently the more you do this stuff. And so I think in season 3, I think they're becoming, what the hell?
Go ahead.
I think they're becoming more adaptive towards it. Right, they're not as jumpy. They're not as oversensitized. Oversensitization. Is that a word?
So okay,
but it was still okay. It was still entertaining. But season 1 and 2, I mean, they got some serious freaking evidence, dude.
Yeah.
Of the vocals and the freakouts but it was weird because hashtag save Petey. I'll say Petey. I got paint on my fingers. That's paint. It's not Petey juice.
Yeah, whatever, dude. Petey
so
gets more
it was
action than
weird
I do.
though because
he does.
I didn't say that out loud.
What?
It was weird though because the day before we were going fishing, was it Friday? Whatever. I was looking for flashlights, and when I was looking for flashlights, I found my camcorder.
Oh, your old camcorder.
My old camcorder, and guess what I found? I found all the video of when we were at the Axe Murder House that I never went through.
What?
I turned it on and instantly, boom, EVP. And I also found video of the first time John Scotty and I went to the boys' farm down in Faribault.
Okay, yeah, we got to do something with that stuff.
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what are the odds of this to where I find it? Because here's the weird thing. We were doing a spirit box upstairs by the attic that I won't go into. And one of the girls, Jenny, in fact, Jenny Melton, we should have her on the program. They were holding up pictures. And whatever it was saying the name of the picture that we were holding up of the family. So we would have a picture of a family member, hold it up, and somebody would say the name on the spirit box.
Really?
Pretty damn clear, too.
Wow. Okay. This was all at Villisca?
This was the Villisca Murder House.
How did the episode with Destination Fear portray the house? You've been there in person, so you know.
You know what? I liked everything about how they portrayed it.
Okay.
They portrayed it. They're very sincere, and you should be, right? They were very heartfelt. When you look at the picture of the family, you're just like, damn. Then you see the marks on the wall from the axe that are still there.
Okay. So, but this is all the children, all the kids, right?
The kids and the two parents.
All right.
What was really cool, Ron, is that they also identified that that might not be the children in that
Okay,
house.
that's what I was about to ask you, because
Yes.
we talked about this last week.
Yep.
That might not be the kids. They hear kids,
Yep.
you know, and people bring toys and whatever, but that might not be kids.
I really appreciated that they said that. I really did.
Okay,
I
well,
really did
that's good.
because,
That-
dude, you know, dude, I'm telling you, okay, you know, through all my very religious friends out there, do you truly believe that because you were viciously murdered,
Yeah.
that God or the heavenly angels are going to make you stay in a freaking little farmhouse in prison to that house when your death was taken, your life was taken from you viciously? That was not your doing.
yeah.
There's no way. It's
There's
impossible.
no need to wander around that place.
Why would they?
Yeah.
I mean, so is that who I'm going to? He's going to make rules like that? Yeah, I said the same thing with Devin when I told you the story about Devin.
Yeah.
Dude was shot, murdered. Why am I getting EVPs saying he's still cold? You know, I get angry about it. And maybe it was never Devin I dealt with. I don't know.
That's what I fear, is that the entities that you're talking to are not the entities that you think you're talking to.
And there's a great
And
possibility.
And who was it that we talked about? That was Aaron Barker when
Yeah.
we were talking. He said there are no ghosts, there are only demons.
Well, see, now, okay, because that is his very strict ideology,
I understand that.
right?
Yeah.
Anybody that gets into this field, I beg you to keep your faith.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Let your faith protect you, but don't let your faith dictate what you're dealing with, because you know what? Then you don't know really what you're dealing with. Some people think it's a demon. Other people think it's an alien. Other people think it's a manipulative soul, or something that resembles to try to draw you in. Vampires, energy seekers,
Malevolent.
malevolent,
All the way around.
You know?
Yeah.
But I'm going to tell you something before we get into this. I'm sorry. We didn't
Yeah,
even plan
that's
on
fine.
talking about this. Not everything in the paranormal is malevolent.
Oh,
I've seen life.
I've heard your stories.
I've seen life-changing messages and experiences also come through.
Yeah.
So I don't ever want to give people the perception. We go to the places that are haunted, that we know they're haunted because we want the experience, but we know that in those places it's malevolent things. So that's what we find.
Yeah.
If we start seeking in this studio, or if we start seeking in your home, the chances are we will get something that you don't feel, because it's not in ghostly form. It's more spiritual form, more higher vibrational form. And you could get something powerful, beautiful,
Benevolent.
inspiring.
Yeah, benevolent. The spirit, whatever.
A what?
Yeah, benevolent.
Not in here.
Why?
Because
Why could I not get benevolent spirit in
isn't
here?
that bad?
Benevolent is not bad.
Son of a bitch. They sound so close.
Malevolent is
Oh,
bad.
okay. Just throw a B and an M. That's confusing, bro.
Come on, dude.
Oh,
You've been doing this how long? Stop kissing my Peter. Okay.
son of a.
So many remember the day when the Twin Towers in the United States were destroyed by suicide bombers on hijacked planes. And of course, there are a ton of conspiracy theories that surround that. Several years passed, and children began to appear who began to talk about that terrible day, who they were, and how they died. At the moment, there are several known cases of reincarnation, which we'll tell you about here.
So they know. Okay, so
Yeah.
these were people that were in there and then they died.
Correct. And then they were reborn into, a child. So here's a story that's been told by several media outlets. Riss White, who usually publishes reincarnation stories on the web, described how her daughter, who at the time was only 4 years old, this was 2018, looked at the photographs of the North Tower taken before the terrorist attack and said that she worked there. She said she was working there and suddenly the floor got very hot, White explained. So she stood on the table. She said that she and her colleagues tried to leave through the door but could not open it, so she jumped out of the window and flew like a bird. White assures that her daughter has never seen photographs before and has not heard anything about the 9/11 attacks. And, guys, I don't know how much emphasis to put on this. The bottom line is if you've got a child who can tell you specifics, and they talk about specifics here in just a second. That's the tough part. Now, this kid, Cade, was starting to have nightmares at the age of 3. He screamed in his sleep about planes crashing into buildings and Statue of Liberty and a broken leg.
Ooh.
Then he began to make drawings of 2 skyscrapers with a man falling from them. Cade's stories led his parents to believe he was present during the 9/11 tragedy. Let's see. Cade even remembered his old name, Robert Patterson, who had an office in the North Tower.
How do you think? Hold that thought.
Yeah.
So when you have a child that comes forward and they actually identify a name, how do you think the family of the deceased absorb that?
I
when they hear
don't know
that?
how they would take it.
How would you take it?
Me personally,
Okay, so
I would
you
be
lost-
completely intrigued.
I'm just going to come
Yeah.
up with a story. You lost a brother,
Okay.
and there's some 4-year-old out there that says, I'm just going to come up with the name. And my name is Tony Phillips, and this is what I remember.
Yeah.
Would you be offended because the loss was traumatic to you
Yeah.
and heartbreaking?
No, because of who I am, I would be completely intrigued by it.
Okay.
And then I would do everything I can to make sure that this person who claims to be my brother is completely,
You have questions,
I do have questions,
like investigative style.
but I would investigate to
Yeah.
make sure. I mean, quite honestly, I would want to make sure that they're not just playing some stupid game.
Because there could be
Now,
gain.
And it may be that kids this age that people are using kids this age because somebody won't go after a 3-year-old kid, right?
And they want a book deal.
Yeah. Now, if you got to sit down and talk to that 3-year-old kid, how much can a 3-year-old kid retain if they're being trained? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So anyhow, from his office, he could see the Statue of Liberty. The boy who in a past life was a veteran of the U.S. Air Force described in detail how on the day of the attacks, the roof collapsed over him and he could not get to the stairs. I was on the 110th floor on the fateful day. Subsequent investigations revealed that there was a man in the Twin Tower that day by the name of Robert Patterson, a veteran of the United States Air Force who actually worked in the North Tower. See, any of that information can be gleaned from public records, and that's what I would have to investigate, is whether that person would know something that wasn't public. Here's another one. I was a firefighter and couldn't help
Check it
them.
out. Right there. That's him.
Robert Patterson, yeah.
That's Robert Patterson.
Let's see. Rachel Nolan, American Rachel Nolan, spoke about her 4-year-old son, Thomas, who talked about the tragic day. I think this is one of the ones we talked about. I don't just want to be a firefighter. I've always been a firefighter, Thomas said. I went to work in the morning and took off my fire protection suit in the evening. Yeah, this is the one that we played earlier. The bad guys burned these buildings down. People had to jump, and I could not help them. People were waiting for the firemen. They were waiting for me, but I could not come to help them. Crazy. Buried under the rubble, Mother Lucia claimed that at the age of 4, her son began to describe what happened to him on September 11, 2001. Her son said that he was a worker who died as a result of the terrorist attacks. When the kid saw a photograph of the towers, he showed the window where he was working. He even told his mother that he felt the building fall, but the most frightening thing was that he was still buried there.
I don't
Now,
like that.
I don't remember when it said it was. I don't think it did, but that had to have been within a year, because I think they were still probably pulling stuff out of there for a while. So can science prove the existence of reincarnation? Researchers in this field note that young children who are about 3 to 5 years old most often recall their past life. That's crazy, right?
I got a problem with that.
Their words, as well as knowledge and strange behavior that came out of nowhere as a rule, suggest only one single thought: reincarnation exists. But it is especially shocking when everything that the children talk about is confirmed by facts. For example, they talk with incredible accuracy about the people with whom they lived and where their home was. In many cases, it's been proven that the child's testimony exactly matches the facts of the life and death of the deceased person.
So here's my question.
But then kids just, their
Right.
memory vapors at about 7 years old.
Why do we have to sit here and question, can science prove it. I mean, look at how dependable science is in our modern day and age. For
Yeah.
one, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah.
No disrespect, but
Yeah. Okay.
but we sit here and says, can science prove? Okay, well, you know what? There has been people that have believed in some type of spiritualism, and I believe religion is spiritual, right?
Right.
For centuries. They never needed a science to tell them that it was real, that the emotions were real, that the feelings were real. You got the Buddhists who completely believe in reincarnation. They don't need science to tell them it's real. Why in modern society do we always have to have these conversations and read these articles and they got to say, but what about science? I don't think science is even relevant, nor is this spiritual side of our existence or the parallel of our, the universes or multiverse. I don't think we could ever come up with the technology to prove that that is scientifically real.
Right.
Maybe, I mean, if you talk about time travel and things like that, you have to be able to prove it's real because you need the science to travel. I don't know. I think the problem is that in this field, you have two people that are 100% science-based, which is to an extent important. But then you have the very spiritual people that know. And now we have the spiritual people that are now being validated on a lot of things, minor scientifically, compared to it's not real unless science can prove it.
See, that's the thing that I don't like about it. It's not real unless science can prove it. But here's the thing. We have conversations with people all the time about past life, near-death experiences and what they experienced when they died, things like that.
Beaver said that she died choking on cookie dough in a past life, and it wasn't really cookie dough. It was just really cold outside.
Okie dokie. Really? Did she? I mean, she died?
That's what she said on cookie dough.
Wow.
I think it's kind of hot.
Yeah.
It's chunky.
What if, Rocky? What if, and this will throw everybody into
Come
a
on,
tailspin.
brother. Come on.
What if before we were, conceived, right?
I mean, sperm.
Yeah. So what if we just weren't, then we were, and then we aren't, right? I mean,
Whoa.
what happens?
Break that down again.
What if we weren't?
We weren't
We
conceived.
weren't. No. What if we weren't anything?
Okay.
We just weren't, right? It's like saying we weren't nothing, we weren't something. We just weren't. And then we're conceived. We grow up, we turn 78 years old, 84, 92, it doesn't matter. We pass away, and then we aren't anymore. Meaning that we're not anything, we're not something, we're not nothing.
That is deep. We're just part of this little
We're just
blip in the matrix.
we're blank, we're here, then we're blank.
Well, that's kind of maybe what more of like the atheists believe. That we are sperm from a sack.
Yep. There's nothing before us. There's nothing after us.
When we die, it's lights out.
Yeah. Ooh, see, that's tough. I mean, it's tough because you get a lot of people from the religious side of things that believe in, the when you die you're going to go to heaven or hell, whichever the case may be.
Or purgatory.
But were you somewhere before you were born?
So, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Before conceived.
I believe your energy. Now, the question is, does your energy that is transferring from one form to another, the question is, does that energy have an intelligent conscience to it? Or are we just part of the information sphere, right? We're just something. We're something out there. The information we know has existed since the beginning of time and will exist till the end of time. And we are conceived and we absorb some of that energy through conception. And it's how we program that energy as we evolve as a human. And then when we die, that information disperses, whether intelligent, whether conscious,
it goes back into the oneness.
To the oneness.
Yeah. And so there are books out there. I can't remember the authors right now, where they did regression hypnotherapy regression.
Oh yeah.
And we're reading one, trying to get one of the people on the show now, but where they talk about, the soul, your soul in your body isn't all of your soul. A portion of your soul is still up in the oneness.
Correct.
Right?
Yes.
Communing.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Hold that thought. Now, when you die, and we've had these conversations,
Yeah.
can your intelligent conscience be in multiple locations at one time?
Yes, according to this person. Yes, it can be. As a matter of fact, because your soul is separated into parts and pieces, there could be 2 or more of your souls on this planet at the same time. Is that not weird?
I don't think it's weird. I think it's intriguing.
I mean, that's not necessarily where the phrase soulmate comes from, but it is.
It is.
You see what I'm saying?
It is.
And would you know it if you met him?
Yes. I
Would
mean,
you?
I'm turned on every time I look at you.
Thank you, brother.
Dude, I got a chub right
my
now just thinking about
soulmate.
it. All right, really quick. We only got a couple minutes left. What is a movie or a style of movies that you are absolutely infatuated with?
A style of movies?
Yeah, what is like your most favorite?
Sci-fi time travel,
Okay,
no doubt.
okay. So now,
that's my go-to.
when I talked to a past life regressionist, they dissected what my major interests were, especially in movies.
Wait,
Mine are
you've
war.
talked to a past life regressionist?
Oh, yes, dude.
No, you have
No,
not.
I haven't had a regression.
Okay.
But I got a lot of people in my community that
Okay.
claim
We
they
gotta
do
do
it,
that.
right? Yeah,
Yeah.
we do got to do it. They referenced movies, and they made you think about these type of movies that you're infatuated with. Like, I'm The Notebook. Hey, judge me. I don't give a rat's
Oh, The
ass.
Notebook is a great movie.
It's that human connection, right? That we don't see a lot of. And then minor war movies. I'm an old, like the City of Troy.
Yeah.
The movie Troy. Movies like that. And then they started going down this avenue of maybe that's where I come from past lives. So think about that, folks. What kind of movies are you infatuated with that touch your soul, that touch your emotions? Now, here's the question before we go out to break. Could you be living in the future, die in the future, and be reincarnated into the past? I come up with shit. I just came up with that.
Wow, dude. Wow, there are people. Well, I mean, see that whole paradox thing gets me.
How do we know that's not possible?
Well, what's not possible?
That you live in the future, you die, and you're reincarnated in the past. If you love sci-fi stuff, you love
Shit,
futuristic
I know,
shit.
dude.
Ron is from the future, kids. This is abnormal realities because we are sexy.
Oh, if I was
as
from the future,
hell.
I would have fixed a whole lot of shit
Dude, you
before
just
I
hit
got
that
here.
bloop, bloop button. Folks, hey, abnormalrealities.com. Check out the podcast. Everything you need to know is right there, abnormalrealities.com. Ron, Phillips, take us home.
Hey, we'll be back in just a second. Stick with us. At Romika Designs, we're more than just a laser engraving and specialty design company. Much more. I'm Ron Phillips, co-owner of Romika Designs, and if you can dream it, we can probably make it. We can custom laser cut and engrave on nearly all material. Great for one-of-a-kind gifts, home decor, business and specialty items, or personalized and logoed designs created just for you or your company. Allow us to become your go-to gift and specialty project partner. Romika Designs can help make your ideas a reality. We're ready to help you design and create that special gift for any occasion or engrave your personal or business logo on just about any product. View our designs at romikadesigns.com or simply email us with your ideas. We specialize in custom design and we'd be honored to have the opportunity to discuss it with you. Call us at 817-400-4040, email info@romikadesigns.com, or visit us on the web at romikadesigns.com.
Abnormal realities.
I watched a documentary the other day. People that were abducted. That's what it was about.
Abductees.
There is a kid, he claimed that he could speak alien. Let me see if I can pick it up. And he was serious, dude. I got chills watching it.
Then what was that sound you were making just now?
I don't know. It was what they did. But I probably said something in alien just now.
Did you call them to come get us? Maybe they can bring us a pizza. Ask them.
Bring us pizza?
Yeah, I don't care what.
Okay, hold on. I got to feel it.
Make sure it has jalapeno on it.
Really?
Yeah,
Just
please.
half jalapeno.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to ask aliens to bring me pizza.
Do they deliver it in 30 minutes or less?
It's on the way,
All
or
right.
it's free.
Abnormal Realities. With Ron and Rocky. 8 p.m. Eastern, Mojo 50.
Boom! Rocky's got the timing down. This is Abnormal Realities, folks. Welcome back. My name is Ron Phillips. That's Rocky Stucci.
How you doing?
Playing with the Peter. Stop, dude.
Son of a bitch.
All right.
He's been working out.
So we got a pretty cool photograph sent to us in an email today. So we got to show this real quick, and I want to thank Thomas
Let's see. That's
for
sexy
doing
bastard.
that thing right there. Look at that.
You sexy son of a beep.
Thomas, thank you, brother. We appreciate it. He got the shirt. Look, it feels kind of weird to have him wearing my face around out there.
No, it doesn't, mate. Dude, I'm on his left nipple. That's what I'm talking about. Hell
and
yeah,
he got the mug, the Abnormal Realities mug. Guys, you can find all this stuff at abnormalrealities.com/shop and get your merch out
Come
there.
on, get over there, represent, send us a picture, and we'll share it.
Yep.
Tom ain't playing games, man. He's hot.
He kind of looks like Clark Kent,
He is.
doesn't he?
Dude, that is a trip you said that.
Yeah, he does.
Dude,
with
I
those
think
glasses.
Clark Kent is in his soul.
He probably is.
Hey, by the way, tomorrow, Ron,
Yo,
Brett Oldham is coming on the
is
program.
it Brad or Brett?
It's Brett.
Brad. Okay.
What did I say?
Brad.
Well, dude, I got a mouth issue going on right now, all right?
You do. It's so Brett Oldham.
Oldham.
Oldham. Okay.
He is a UFO expert and an extraterrestrial expert. And he has a YouTube channel. He talks different stories about UFOs. He actually went off the radar for a little bit, doing interviews and stuff. And he's just now coming back. He was just on Coast to Coast. And he is coming on our show. And he's going to be here with us tomorrow night, Tuesday night, right here on Abnormal Reality. So looking forward to the conversation with Brett.
Yeah, it's going to be a good conversation. I think we have to stay serious though.
Yep, that's the rule.
That's the rule.
He said, behave. I said,
Damn
yes, sir,
it.
we will. We will behave. So Ron has me on mute the whole show. Just saying.
No, I'm not going to mute you.
I want to touch on something here if
Yeah.
I can before we talk about
Well, don't.
vampires.
Here, I'll hold him, so I don't want you touching him.
He's right in position. He is kissing your chest.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to touch
Cheater.
on this something?
Cheating ass son of a...
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, let me find it here. Holly Ann, that's Beaver, right?
That's correct.
All right. Holly Ann Beaver said, my friend visited a medium who said our lives are filled in a filing cabinet style system where she can search out past lives. She was told her and her husband will keep finding each other. I absolutely believe that. And in another show sometime in the future or the past, depending on how you look at things.
True.
True. It's that twin flame concept. A lot of you are familiar with the term twin flame. It's that flame. It's you're destined to be with each other through the entire cycle, right? So you and your wife, or me and mine, or yours and your spouse. Every time you recycle back into a physical form, you somehow find each other. Or you're on a constant search for that person. You could be with somebody right now and you'd be like, I don't like the person I'm with. They're kind of a piece of shit. Because they're not your twin flame. You haven't truly found your twin flame.
Okay.
Or you have karmic history. Karmic past lives. I'm using the wrong terminology. A lot of people believe that karma could carry over from one past life to the other.
Really?
Yes, absolutely.
So something you do in this life can
Could be-
affect you in your next life.
or your past life on this
Okay.
life.
All right.
Just like curses. A lot of people believe curses are to be generational, that you get you're stuck in that rotary
So
of
it's like
a curse.
it's a family curse. In other
Over
words.
and over
Yeah, okay.
and over, kind of like Groundhog's Day.
Wow.
And then there was another comment here. That was from Holly Ann Beaver. We're going to go
Beaver.
ghost hunting together. But anyways, let me see. There was one other comment here that I wanted to see, and I think I completely just lost it. Times unicorn, correct. Oh, and then Holly Ann also said, she's just impressing the hell out of me tonight. Take that, son. Damn, you slam his big old feet on the table.
Jeez.
She made a comment, and this is super intriguing to me now on a very serious note. Just work with me. Until the errors of the past are corrected. Now, I've always had this weird feeling that
Okay. So this was in response to your comment about going back, reincarnated into the past.
I don't know, but it triggered something because for a long time, dude, this is really weird. And don't ask me because I have nothing to substantiate my thought. But I believe that you recycled up to 13 times. And in each physical life, you had.
Where'd you get 13?
I don't know. 13 is my lucky number. I
Okay.
see it all the time, just like 1213 is the number I see all the time on the clock. You recycle up to 13 times or in infinite, forever, because in each life you need to correct the mistakes of the last. And you are supposed to evolve and become a better and better and better being, physical being, to live the ultimate highest vibration as a spiritual being, right?
Yeah. Do you think you can choose the human body that your soul?
I don't think you can choose the human body. Maybe it's chosen for you, right?
Yeah. The author that I was talking about earlier seems to believe that you can choose what type of life you want. Now, maybe not the body per
Would
se.
you come back as a female just to see what it felt like?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, that's kind of a weird question because I'm not there to have to make that decision. But I don't know that when you're making that decision that it matters. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think it
That you
does either.
care.
I think that
Yeah.
we're just in this state of a matrix that
But let's
I'm just
say-
like, I don't want nothing
Let's say
in me.
let's say you worked on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange in one life and it was just a crazy world and you had a crazy life and blah, blah, blah. But then in the next life, I want to live on a farm. For the
Right.
love of
But
God.
see, the lifestyle or the job that we do, I don't think is really necessarily part of that journey. I think it's
No, it may
it's
not
part of
be.
our survival.
It's just
But the part of the journey is who we become through that journey. No, it's irrelevant to work, irrelevant to job. What are you doing,
so Lisa,
Lisa?
Lisa.
Okay.
Lisa sent us an email that says, you guys almost get it. You're
Oh.
getting closer.
Okay, well,
The
tell us
best
more.
book I've ever read is Oversoul 7 by Jane Roberts.
Well, where are we not getting it, Lisa? I mean,
Oversoul 7.
so we got to read a book to see.
No,
how
I'm
we,
going to go out while you're talking. I'm going to go and see what that book is. about.
and so I think that I think that possibly that it's not what we do to survive, to eat, to drink, where we sleep. It's how we develop spiritually through each progress, through each through that journey, right? In my life, I made a shit ton of mistakes, painful mistakes. But through that evolution, just in this one physical life, there's been so much spiritual growth from those experiences. Think about that at a level of the spiritual reincarnation, right? Think about that as in each life, one part of your life in history represents a certain stamp. Then you're reincarnated and you're either to evolve from this stamp, become better from this stamp, or rectify the mistakes you made from this stamp to be better spiritually. And you keep doing it and you keep doing it. And some people will continue to cycle because they just won't get it.
Yeah.
They won't see it. They won't feel it. They get caught in the matrix. They get caught in the physical form. They get caught in the drama. They get caught in the hatred. And they become one of those things that are just like stuck for eternity. And they're miserable. They're depressed. They're broken because they can't break the threshold. And they become stagnant in that
Yeah.
growth process, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's in just like your physical life now, I believe the same thing is in the multiple life thing.
And part of it is because you always go back to what you know. And it's not necessarily that it's comfortable. It's you always go back to what you know. Your body needs that comfort level. So
What is this?
you keep going back and forth.
I'm curious. We just got yelled at through an email.
No, we didn't get yelled at.
Kind of.
She said we almost got it.
What do you mean?
So it's
almost?
inspired by James Roberts' own experiences as the author of the immensely popular Seth books. Now collected are one of the most imaginative tales ever written. Jane Roberts' beloved character Oversoul 7, an ageless student of the universe, explores the entire framework of our existence. So it's fiction, but it's just yeah,
So a fiction is the
science
answer
fiction. It's
to
science fiction.
our spiritual journey.
I don't know the edge there. So there's 3 books all told.
There's probably a really relevant, even though it's a fiction, there's probably a super relevant message in
Oh,
this
I'm sure
book,
there is.
right?
Yeah.
I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to just to even like talk to Lisa and just see like, yo, what's up?
That's the quickest way to get an ass whooping. I'm just saying.
I'm playing, dude.
No, it's the
I get
quickest
so
way to get an
obvious
ass
about
whooping.
my shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, did you know the government is hiding anti-gravity aircraft from us?
okay.
Most people know this already.
I think so. You know what? I do. I
Yeah.
just think so.
So that's one of the stories that we've got coming up. I'm just going to kind of fade this in. It's obviously a photoshopped image, but would this not be cool as hell? Look at that. It has no windows.
I would fly
No,
that
nothing.
son of a bitch.
Yep. According to Dr. Richard Boylan, PhD, behavioral scientist, these are not UFOs. This is military technology. You know, you've seen the triangles flying in the sky in videos that we've done.
You know what's interesting?
What?
Look close at that craft. Now, folks, we are saying right now that we believe 99.9%, 100% that this is a photoshopped picture. Okay, so let's just get that out there so we don't get no emails. Plus, we have such a futuristic freaking aircraft with a 1964 freaking RV.
Winnebago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right next to it, you have a kid stealing, cargo van or whatever the hell that is and whatever. But I think the skin on that craft is interesting
Yeah. Oh, it's pretty cool.
because that's probably kind of what it will look like. It would be, you got those round, those shaped thingies. Do you see that in your glasses? I'll go get them for you.
I can see it, dude.
Son of a bitch.
I've
dude.
got
What are
it
you
here on
yelling
my
at me
screen
for?
too.
Damn it.
So Dr. Boylan claims to have worked for more than 15 years with people who report having encounters with extraterrestrial intelligent life forms. He also says that the government has knowledge about these extraterrestrial visitors. Nothing surprises me about that. Let's see. Due to the abundant information about the visitors of the stars and their encounters with human beings, Boylan began to publish his conclusions. Let's see. This in turn drew the attention of certain figures now or previously in highly classified sectors of the government, of course. These individuals decided to filter some additional information to me, knowing that this would serve as a conduit to deliver that information to the interested public and prepared for such information.
Well, so, okay, we talk about conspiracies and we talk about propaganda and we talk about distractions and the psychotic existence that we live in. I would not give a pass to any government, whatever country it would be, that they would have crafts. If they don't run off anti-gravity, they can run off something similar or make it seem almost like a drone style that there are UFO crafts, because that is the biggest major distraction to human mankind right now, is those special objects in the sky with little green people in them.
If they are little green people, and if those aren't drones themselves, right?
Right.
I mean, because quite honestly, we've talked about the Tic Tac and its movements that it makes. No human being can handle that type of movement. But then again, you put them in an anti-gravity field, you don't have that structure, those forces. And that's the thing, dude. That's the thing. We all, here's a interesting statement. We all believe in gravity, but we can't see it.
We can't even explain it.
Yeah, we believe in black. The universe has black
holes.
No, black matter, right?
Where's that at?
Dark matter. Sorry.
Yeah, right.
But we can't see it. That's the thing. So anyhow,
there's actually a name for this craft.
And I'm about to read them.
It's called the Black Dorito.
No, it's not the Black Dorito. He says, Dr. Boylan says, at this moment, I'm aware of the existence of 12 classes of advanced space technology, aerospace platforms, all with the anti-gravity technology in some form. Here are the 12. The first one is the one that kills me.
Black Dorito.
The Northrop Grumman B-2 Spirit stealth bomber.
Dude,
are you telling me that the B-2
dude.
bomber, the one that we all know exists,
we just talked about that,
has anti-gravity technology?
I believe it does, dude. It goes literally way up there.
The B-2? It doesn't go all the way up there. The F-22 Raptor, which we know of, apparently has some anti-gravity technology in it. The F-35 Lightning. So these first three, at least I know exist.
Okay.
The Aurora, the Lockheed Martin's X-33A, the Lockheed X-22A two-man anti-gravity disc fighter, the Boeing and Airbus Industries Nautilus, and I'm not sure what this one is here. I don't know if that's the Nautilus or not. The TR-3A Pumpkin Seed.
That's kind of cool looking. Looks like
And
a guitar pick.
this one that we saw earlier, this one here is called the TR-3B Triangle. And that's the one that most people, when they report UFOs now, that's the one that they're reporting is
Sure
the
is.
TR-3B.
Sure, the TR-3B.
Yeah,
Do you believe aliens live among us?
probably.
Jamie
Yeah.
thinks so. Jamie says that she believes
The
that already.
Northrop's Great Pumpkin Disc, the Teledyne Ryan Aeronautical's XH-75D Shark Anti-Gravity Helicopter, and the Northrop Quantum Teleportation Disc. And that's
Oh.
what this is here, I believe, the teleportation disc.
Oh.
It's kind of crazy.
Crank.
Yeah. The next level of sophistication is magnetogravity. What in the
Magneto.
freak is-
Dude, that
It's
is
about generating
magnificent.
high energy fields by turning a toroidal
Toroidal.
at many RPM. What is a toroidal?
It's that one thing where it spins.
Which also interrupts the gravitational field environment. You have no idea what
Dude,
it
it's
is.
toroidal. It's like
toroidal. Ah,
it's
okay.
like aircrafts on steroids.
Yeah.
I felt that though. I like that.
It said if the black budget scientists continue to move along these lines, we could foresee the day when the fleet of Air Force ships suddenly just cease to exist on the runway
Okay.
of the airbase and instantly appear at 35,000 feet of altitude over a city of destination until the middle of the world. What a city appear over a city of destiny until the middle of the world using the principles of the quantum of non-locality and entanglement. Jesus, I have no idea what the hell it was I just read, but
Dude, do you
it
think,
sounded cool as hell.
Do you think, and this is, it's going to sound like a meatball question, but there's actually a lot of seriousness to this question. Do you think, because it is not documented, that any of the astronauts in the space station had some nookie? Serious question, dude. Because, dude, you go down in history to the first one to have cookie juice in space. Seriously. And it would be weird. I mean, you could do anything effortlessly.
Well, I think I can understand the desire to be first, if you will.
I don't
Right.
even need to be first. Just count me in, bitches. What? Let's party.
I would think that zero gravity nookie is difficult to do.
I don't think so. Not if you had a good grip. You got to wear gloves.
Okay.
You got to wear leather gloves.
Leather gloves now.
Grip.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Would be-
Look, we got to get to the vampire stuff because this
Oh!
is funny as shit.
Oh, I lost
All
it.
right.
Where's it at?
We spoke to 3 real-life vampires about blood, lust, and hunger. So I'm going to play the part of the interviewer. Rocky's about to play the part of the vampires.
Okay, wait a minute. I got to find it. Hold on. This is stressful.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, my name
All right.
is Pixie.
Yeah, he's the first. He's
that's right.
he's the first vampire. Pixie. I think it's a he.
I don't know. It's a they.
Hey, Pixie, what's your vampire lifestyle like?
Oh, well, you know, I like have 2 feeding styles. First, it's like I'm an energy vamp. I feed off of the excess energy like around me. Generally, during that, if I do it to a few people instead of a large group of people, like that person or persons will wind up being lethargic. An excess of feeding on a singular person, at least in my experience, can lead to like mild depression. So you always have to be super careful not to feed too much from just any one person.
What the hell?
The second style, Ron, is the more traditional, which is
Get on there.
sanguinary,
Sanguinary.
whatever. Blood. Usually vampires only have one type of feeding style. And if they don't feed, they themselves get like very lethargic, lazy, and immobile. I have the benefit of having the second feeding style so that it doesn't often happen to me, but it's hard to find a willing victim. I hate to say victim, but willing subject who will let you feed on them via blood and also going through a trouble of getting blood tests done just to make sure that they're safe. Ron.
Pixie, if you haven't fed at all, is it noticeable?
Oh, yes, Ron. It's very, very, very noticeable. It's like a lot of normal persons don't eat for days and days and days.
How did you figure this out about yourself? How did you find this out?
Oh, well, people are vampires, all share a common point, their awakening point, Ron. It's very different from how fiction portrays it. Like, awakening point was about 5 years ago. Like, I woke up in a fridge tearing into a package of raw hamburger.
Bloody hamburger, right?
Bloody hamburger.
Okay.
It was very, very bloody, Ron. Thank you.
Thank you.
It was pretty shocking to me, really, but I had no knowledge of this prior to that time.
Well, how did you become involved in the vampire community, Pixie?
I am truly a child of the digital age, like for real. I do research on the computer, Ron, and found other people who also have this issue.
Oh, it's an issue.
It's an issue. I was like hesitant, at first to call it vampirism at first. I was scared, Ron. I was scared of what people would think. Like, you're confused. You're living out a fantasy dream. And I really wasn't. The internet went a long way to find people who had similar experiences.
Oh, sorry. I'm up. Will you tell me about the process for finding a donor or victim and then the process of obtaining their blood? What is the etiquette?
Etiquette.
Is there etiquette there?
Oh, shit, Ron. Ron. Oh, a lot of people have a hard time finding a donor because of the skepticism. It exists. It really does. The best thing is the internet. I found a lot of people who were comfortable being a donor, but didn't really want to get like an STD test, very uncomfortable test to prove that they're a safe donor to feed from. Let me see. There are a couple methods, Ron, of getting it, and I'm going to share them with you. Some people prefer to use like a surgical scalpel because it's a lot easier, and you got to make sure you do it safely. Some people will take more obscure methods because they don't have money. And some people just don't have money, and some people will buy lancets, like diabetics use.
Now, do you consume human blood?
Oh, you silly! I haven't ingested blood, like say ingested it, but I'm definitely in the market.
Oh.
I like to think it's easier than I make it out to be, but that New York has more of a front than Long Island. So, it's more difficult for me, Ron.
Oh my gosh. Now, if human blood isn't available to you, can you eat or drink your own blood?
No,
you cannot.
No.
Okay.
No. You never, Ron. You never, ever feed on your own blood.
Sorry for
Rule
asking.
number 1, Ron. That doesn't do any good. To take when you have none, to take more of what you have less of, which can cause physical injury to your body. Ron, it's not good.
All right. So we're gonna move to Galatea. You ready? Keep going.
Oh, yes, Ron, I am ready.
Okay. All right. Here we go. Galatea. Tell us about yourself. Do you consume human blood?
Oh, hello, Ron. Why? I am a modern vampire. I was awakened at a very early age.
Shit.
It is part of who I am. It's very beautiful, very spiritual. I do consume real human blood. Oh, yes. I have read all the medical hoo-ha about no human having any medical or psychological need for blood. I personally do not care what modern medicine or the psychiatric communities have to say about it. I know what I need to be healthy. I tested the theory over and over for an excess of 20 years, Ron. I know others like me. Frankly, the medical world can go to hell. I mean, go to hell. I know what I am. I am a vampiress. I do not prey on the innocent. I go to ripping people's throats. I don't go to ripping people's throats out. I'm quite mature with that, with what I do. I will only drink from consenting donors.
Wow. Very last question.
Yes,
there.
Ron. Yes.
For you, are you at the very last question? Okay. For you, is there a fetish or sexual element to feeding?
Oh, big boy.
Doing.
Absolutely, Ron.
Jeez.
Absolutely. With me, it's originally happened
It's
one night.
organically happened.
It organically, whatever. With me, it organically
We have completely
happened
gone off
one
the
night.
rails.
I was having sex. Sex didn't feel like enough.
It
Didn't feel like it wasn't there, right? Are you feeling me, Ron? Do you feel
No, I'm not
me?
feeling you at all. Right now.
And no emotions, you know, there's no emotions. Nothing felt like it really, like it didn't feel at all. It didn't feel. There was always something I wanted to break out from, to feel more connected to someone more honest. And in the moment of kind and wanting to find something honest, I grabbed a knife and cut across my chest. I rubbed my hands in it. Oh my God, and I tasted it. It was so good. That was my natural instinct. I was liberated.
You were
And
far
he
too-
cut me back. Blood ran down my chest, and we had this exchange of something somehow covered in blood, feeling my heart racing. There was something dangerous and alive. It suddenly felt more honest than whatever this sex thing was supposed to be.
We are never doing this again. we are never doing this again. You're a freaking weirdo, dude.
Woo! Damn! Woo!
Do you feel liberated from all that?
Woo!
I don't know how we get through
I got
a damn
lightheaded
show.
on that. Move my shit over. I get back to my arrow.
I don't know how we get through
Dude,
a
I
show.
felt
man.
that last question. I felt it.
I figured you would. That's why I asked it. This is a real shit here, guys. You can find it over on Vice.com, and good luck looking through that site.
Yeah, bitches.
Yeah.
Dude, I feel like a different person right now. Like I was just possessed. Who am I? What just happened?
I don't know. Which one of those three vampires are you?
Oh, dude, the last one. I mean, sex wasn't enough, but cutting your chest wide the hell open and drinking your own damn blood and
Hell
having an
no.
orgasm from it?
Hell
Dude,
no,
that is
dude.
living.
That ain't living. That's on your way to dying is what that is. Yeah. Guys, RomikaDesigns.com. You can find us on the internet. Go out there and check out. We've got some cool little merchant items out there that you can get for gifts. We also do gift cards now, and if you wanted to, you could become an affiliate. You can go to wayfinderlures.com. See Rocky Jr. stuff out there. They just did a big order for some veterans organizations.
that was cool.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys, for doing that. And finally, abnormalrealities.com, where you can find information about me and Rocky Stucci out there. And you can find our merch. Rocky, take us home.
Oh, damn. I drink. Sex isn't good enough. Oh, my God. Somebody help me.
Weirdo. You're
All right,
a weirdo.
no, folks. Hey, man, you know what? We love you. We
That
love
was
the
a
sense
great-
of humor, man. We got Brett tomorrow night. He's going to be on the program. We're going to talk all things at a very serious level about aliens, crafts, UFOs, aliens living among us. We got so many questions. Visit the damn
Lots of
website.
questions.
Abnormalrealities.com. Everything you need to know is right there. Folks, we love the hell out of you. We love your sense of humor. We love that you hang out with us every single night. You are family to us. From our family to yours, much love, much respect. Abnormal Realities, Ralph Phillips. Take us home.
Thanks for hanging out with us tonight, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. Have a good one.